position can go the same way. From behind the head. Right. You have it in front of you, and if you wanted to go into your arm bar at that point, if we're in here, just step over. Because he held on to me yet, I'm going right back, right?
Most of my stuff now, most of the stuff I'm working on now is because the guys are pretty strong, so I can't always get him for a body lock. So I'm trying to learn to throw with one arm out, which is another reason why I want to learn judo. But for me, if I get control of this arm, because I don't know how to do judo throw, so I'm just going to kick my leg out here to make sure I get good control. And just take him down this way.
You're in here, right?
Oh,
I can't do it. All you're doing is taking the hips and continuing.
there is no can't.
I can't do it. You were up in here.
Right.
Where you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I did.
Right. All you're doing is making that hip go around. So, right. Bend and pull.
Pull.
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't hard.
It's harder than me. Oh wait, one more Chinese one, sure. I'm sure you got something very similar, but okay. So he's got me here, right? So I'm gonna come over this way because I want to get control of the leg this way. We'll use Chinese bow stance from here, okay? And then I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna brace his knee. And I'm gonna twist.
Just let them know what you want to do to them before you do
Oh,
it.
sorry.
I didn't know where I was going.
So yeah, just wrap here, take here, but I got to be in a bow stance. So I'm just gonna reverse my hips. So judo.
We did discuss this last time.
Yeah.
You still can't come in and
But Pete did almost the same thing that he came in last time.
Yeah, well, that was one of the things we were doing last time.
well, we were trying to make it more so to your to what you do, okay? Because in the past we were able to do that.
Yeah.
We were able to place that hand on the outside of that leg and drive through the bottom. All right, you're up and not be afraid. Now I'm gonna do Coach Gary. So I'm in here, all right. And I shoot down in here.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you hit him. Okay, so from here, I might just hook his leg and try and go down.
All right, that's a good takedown because then you're on top and you have body control on him.
Yeah.
I hold my belt rankings, 9th degree in Judo, 9th degree in Jiu-Jitsu, then in Shotokan Karate. What we try to do in my classes is do a little mixture to make the person a more well-rounded martial artist.
That's awesome, man, because I am definitely not well-rounded except on my abs.
Doubles on these. Shemay.
Sensei Gary was nice enough to host me a few months back, and we shot a bunch of the training scenes I'm going to show you in a bit. And then tonight we got to do a little sparring and some ground fighting. Now a lot of people don't know, Sensei Gary, Judo has ground fighting.
Oh, correct. Yeah, that's up to several years ago, that was 70% of wins in Judo matches was winning by the ground.
Now, if I understand correctly, in a Judo match, if you sweep the guy, he lands flat on his back. That's the match.
That would be awarded a point. Match would be over.
Match is over. Cover your fouls. But if he lands any other way, you've got to dive on top of him.
If he lands on his side, we would call Lazari, get a point. The person that did the throw would then try to hold him down and submit him for 25 seconds. If you can immobilize him for 25 seconds or make him tap within that time, the match would be over.
Okay, so it's a little bit like Jiu-Jitsu or MMA. You got, I guess, once you're on the ground, 3 ways to win. You can snap, nap. No, you can choke, you can submit, or you can just pin him. 25 seconds.
You can hold him in a submission move for 25 seconds.
But if at the 23-second mark he breaks free for even a gazillionth of a second, maybe it starts over, right?
Time will continue in a match, but that 23 seconds is considered at the end of the match to be awarded towards the aggressor.
Get your knees.
I know.
Did they ever restart them and say get back up and fight?
At times they do, sure.
Okay.
The same thing as in MMA. If you're on the ground, 10-15 seconds and you're in the same position, you haven't done nothing, up. Mini sumo battle. You can't do that in judo. Also, you can't grab the head with your hand.
Oh, sorry.
Just so, that's right. I know. It doesn't bother me. I'm just showing you what you can't do. You can go anywhere else with your hands, but not in the face on. You can't. Okay. Pull the head down. Okay. Let's start again. On your butt. On your butt. Just on your butt. Legs out in front. Hold. Right. Straight.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that there's this ground fighting in judo, so that's really cool. That's why I wanted to meet Sensei Gary today. And we also did some stand-up grappling. So Sensei, you know, I don't know anything about judo, and like I said, in China we do wear sort of a gi, but that's not even my specialty. But anyway, could you give me some feedback on my matches? Maybe we'll talk about the ground one first.
Well, that's where you seem to be most versed, and it seemed to be a little more in your favor because you have good endurance from all the training you've been doing, and you're strong, so that's why I gave you Sensei Dale to practice with, because he's probably one of my more stronger students, and it made it a bit more interesting and a little more even.
Yeah, but you know, the crazy thing is I really have maybe 3 submissions my whole arsenal. I never studied jiu-jitsu either, so sometimes I feel like I'm just fighting and there's no end in sight. It's not going to end.
Well, sometimes it's like 2 bulls locking horns and it's a standoff.
Yeah.
Courtesy, bow. Okay, Jamaica. Oh, up, keep on. Okay, up. That's it. That's it, right? Oh. All right, so you just keep going.
Okay, now what about the stand-up grappling fight?
Well, we did what was called light randori or light competition. Nobody was out to become the main victor. It was just it was a training exercise. It was just training. It was getting the idea of learning the feel of another opponent. Try it now and then, except you just put yourself in a bad position by doing it. All right, one more. Next point wins. And what it feels like to lock into the gi, where you would be wearing a short sleeve kimono type top. This was a little different, where you want to grab around the sleeve area and the lapel.
Right. I'll tell you the two big things. One was on the ground, because like I said, I don't do jiu-jitsu, so I've never really even worn a jiu-jitsu gi. A couple of times he got me, you know, and I was sort of a headlock. I was face down. I went, oh, this is easy. I'll just pop out the back. And I go to pop out the back, but the jacket's caught.
Right. Oh, no. Nice job, Antonio. Good sneaks on that. All right, very good. Nice job.
Or it's very easy for him to hold. He's holding the jacket, so that made it a lot harder to escape on the ground. When we were standing, I get most of my points from body locks, and I almost couldn't get a body lock on these guys because they're going to grab the sleeve, and you got to get past them. Very difficult. Someone's holding the sleeve.
Sometimes the gi works in your favor.
Yeah,
your opponent's gi will work in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it definitely did for them because I don't know how to use it, so
right.
So for them it's a big advantage. But that was interesting. It was really interesting. You found it that way. And I even rubbed myself down with Vaseline, but it didn't help for this gi on. All right, Sensei Gary, anything you want to tell folks at home about martial arts, about sticking to it, about staying in school?
Staying in school is a good thing, but I think one of the most important things is to find an art that you like and stay with it.
Hey, I'm the Brooklyn monk, Antonio Graceffo, coming to you from Long Island Judo and Martial Arts. Well, that's all the time we got for this episode, so as always, let me remind you to get in the gym, do your sets, do your reps, do your road work, and please say a prayer for the people around the world.